If you're planning to move to Australia in 2025, the next 60 seconds will completely change your immigration strategy. Three massive visa announcements just dropped that open entirely new pathways, and if you're from India, one of these is specifically designed for you. Stay with me because I'm breaking down eligibility requirements, processing times, and exactly how to position yourself for success. Australia just unveiled the National Innovation Visa, and this is the most significant change to skilled migration we've seen in over a decade. This visa targets innovators, entrepreneurs, tech professionals, and researchers who can contribute to Australia's innovation economy. We're talking about a dedicated pathway for people building startups, developing new technologies, or bringing specialized expertise in high-growth sectors like artificial intelligence, quantum computing, biotechnology, renewable energy, and advanced manufacturing. The National Innovation Visa has three distinct streams. The first stream is for startup founders who have a viable business concept and can demonstrate innovation potential. You don't need millions in funding to qualify. What matters is that your business idea is genuinely innovative, scalable, and has potential to create jobs in Australia. The government is looking for founders working on solutions to real problems in health tech, climate technology, financial services, or any sector with growth potential. The second stream targets exceptional talent in innovation fields. These are researchers, scientists, engineers, and technical specialists with proven track records. If you've published research, hold patents, led major projects, or have recognition in your field, this stream could be your pathway. The third stream is for investors and senior executives who can support Australia's innovation ecosystem through active investment in Australian startups or taking leadership roles in scaling businesses internationally. Here's what makes this visa revolutionary. First, the points test that governs most skilled migration doesn't apply. You're assessed on innovation merit, not just age and education. Second, the pathway to permanent residency is faster, within 2 to 3 years rather than 5 or more years under traditional skilled visas. Third, your immediate family can accompany you from day one with full work rights for your spouse and domestic school fees for your children. Now let's talk about the MATES visa because this specifically targets Indian nationals. MATES stands for Mobility Arrangement for Talented Early Professionals Scheme. This visa allows up to 3,000 Indian graduates and young professionals annually to work in Australia for up to 4 years. Let me repeat that. 4 years of full work authorization, not temporary visits or internships, but genuine work rights that allow you to build a career. The MATES visa is designed for people aged 18 to 30 who have completed tertiary education. Your field of study needs to align with Australia's skills needs, including technology, engineering, healthcare, finance, renewable energy, education, and numerous other sectors. Here's what makes MATES different from working holiday visas. First, there's no requirement to work in specific regional areas or industries. You have full flexibility to work anywhere in Australia for any employer in your field. Second, you can change employers as often as you want during your 4-year period. Third, time spent on a MATES visa can count toward permanent residency pathways if you subsequently transition to a skilled visa. Think about what 4 years in Australia means. You gain international work experience highly valued globally. You build professional networks in one of Asia-Pacific's most developed economies. You potentially earn significantly higher income than comparable roles in India. And you position yourself for permanent migration if you decide Australia is where you want to settle long-term. The pathway from MATES to permanent residency is clearer than many realize. After working in Australia, if you gain skilled employment in an occupation on Australia's skilled occupation lists, you can apply for employer-sponsored visas or state-nominated visas that lead directly to permanent residency. Your Australian work experience, local references, and established networks dramatically increase your success probability compared to applying from overseas. Now, the regional PR fast track. This solves one of the biggest frustrations in Australian immigration, the long waiting times for permanent residency. Regional areas, everywhere outside Sydney, Melbourne, and Brisbane, desperately need skilled workers. The fast track creates accelerated permanent residency pathways for people willing to live and work in regional Australia. Under traditional regional visas, you typically needed 3 years before becoming eligible for permanent residency. The fast track cuts this to 2 years in many cases, and for critical shortage occupations, potentially even less. We're talking about healthcare workers, engineers, teachers, tradespeople, IT professionals, and numerous other roles where regional Australia faces acute shortages. The definition of regional Australia might surprise you. Cities like Perth, Adelaide, Gold Coast, Canberra, Hobart, and Darwin all count as regional. Perth has over 2 million people. Adelaide has 1.4 million. These aren't tiny outback towns. You can live in major cities with excellent infrastructure, schools, and amenities while still qualifying for regional migration benefits. The Regional PR Fast Track offers priority processing, meaning you receive decisions weeks or months faster than metropolitan applicants. You get access to a wider range of eligible occupations and receive additional points under the Skilled Migration Points test. State governments are backing this with substantial support services including job placement assistance, accommodation help, credential recognition, and settlement services. Let me give you concrete examples. If you're a software engineer from India with 3 years of experience under 30, apply for the MATES visa, which gives you 4 years to work anywhere. During that time, build your career, potentially move to a regional city like Adelaide or Perth where tech sectors are booming, and after 2 years of regional work, apply for permanent residency through the fast track. If you're an entrepreneur with an innovative business concept in clean technology or health tech, the National Innovation Visa is your pathway. Develop a comprehensive business plan, demonstrate your capability to execute, secure endorsement from a designated supporting organization, and you could receive provisional approval within months, allowing you to relocate and start building your business with a clear pathway to permanent residency. If you're a medical professional, teacher, or tradesperson, Regional Australia is actively recruiting you right now. The Regional PR Fast Track combined with state nomination programs means you could secure permanent residency within 2 to 3 years of arriving, far faster than metropolitan pathways. Here are practical steps you need to take now. First, get your qualifications assessed. Australia requires formal skills assessment for most occupations, and this process can take months. Organizations like Engineers Australia, Australian Computer Society, and VetAssess conduct these assessments. Starting now means you're ready to apply immediately when visa applications open. Second, improve your English language scores if needed. Most Australian visas require IELTS, PTE, or TOEFL results meeting specific thresholds. For skilled visas, you typically need IELTS 7.0 or equivalent. Higher English scores give you more points and demonstrate your ability to integrate into Australian workplaces. Third, research which Australian states align with your occupation. Each state runs its own nomination program with different priority occupations and eligibility criteria. Western Australia might prioritize mining engineers. South Australia might focus on advanced manufacturing. Tasmania might need healthcare workers. Matching your profile to the right state dramatically increases your success probability. Fourth, start building connections with Australian employers and industry networks. Join LinkedIn groups focused on your profession in Australia. Attend virtual networking events. Engage with Australian industry associations. The Australian job market values local connections, and building relationships before you arrive gives you massive advantages. Fifth, understand the true cost of migration. Visa application fees range from $2,000 to $10,000 Australian dollars. Skills assessments cost $500 to $1,500. English tests cost around $300 to $400. Migration agent fees if you use professional help range from $3,000 to $8,000. Then you need funds for airfare, initial accommodation, and living expenses. Realistically, budget 20,000 to 40,000 Australian dollars for a smooth migration process. Let's address common myths. Myth 1. You need a job offer before applying. Reality. Many skilled visas allow you to apply without job offers, particularly state-nominated and regional visas. Myth 2. Australian immigration is impossible if you're over 40. Reality. While age affects points, there are pathways through employer sponsorship and business visas without age limits. The MATES visa has an upper age limit of 30, but the National Innovation Visa and Regional PR Fast Track don't exclude older applicants. Myth 3. Regional visas trap you in remote locations. Reality. Regional Australia includes major cities with populations in the millions. You can build excellent careers in regional areas, and restrictions typically last only 2 to 3 years. Myth 4. Getting permanent residency takes a decade. Reality. The Regional PR Fast Track proves you can achieve permanent residency in as little as 2 years under the right circumstances. The timing of these announcements is strategic. Australia's population growth strategy calls for 235,000 permanent migrants annually through 2025 and beyond. The economy needs skilled workers across virtually every sector. Unemployment is low, and employers are struggling to fill positions. These new visa pathways directly respond to Australia's critical skills shortages and competition with other developed nations for global talent. For Indian nationals specifically, these changes represent unprecedented opportunity. India has become one of the largest source countries for Australian migration, contributing over 100,000 new migrants annually. The MATES visa strengthens this connection and provides a dedicated pathway recognizing the strong education systems, technical skills, and English language proficiency of Indian graduates. The technology sector is particularly hungry for talent. Australia is positioning itself as a regional tech hub, and companies need software developers, data scientists, cybersecurity experts, product managers, and technical architects. If you work in tech, Australian employers are actively recruiting internationally, and the new visa pathways make relocation easier than ever. Healthcare is another critical area. Australia's aging population creates enormous demand for doctors, nurses, allied health professionals, and medical specialists. Regional areas especially face severe healthcare workforce shortages. A nurse or doctor choosing regional Australia could secure permanent residency in record time while earning excellent income. Australia consistently ranks among the world's most livable countries with excellent healthcare, education, infrastructure, and quality of life. The minimum wage is among the highest globally, and even entry-level professional positions offer comfortable living standards. Work-life balance is genuinely valued with 38-hour work weeks and 4 weeks annual leave as standard. Let me share success stories. Priya from Bangalore moved to Adelaide on a regional skilled visa 3 years ago as a software developer. She gained permanent residency after 2 years, bought a house, and now leads a development team. Her salary nearly tripled compared to Bangalore, and she loves Adelaide's work-life balance and outdoor lifestyle. Arjun, an entrepreneur from Delhi, received a National Innovation Visa to develop a fintech platform in Melbourne. His startup has raised seed funding, hired 5 employees, and is expanding to Southeast Asian markets. The Australian base gave him access to sophisticated financial markets and connected him to global investors and partners. The window of opportunity these new visa pathways create won't stay open indefinitely. Immigration policies evolve based on economic conditions and political priorities. The current moment with Australia desperate for skilled workers, actively courting Indian talent, and creating faster pathways to permanent residency represents optimal timing for migration. As we move through 2025, competition for these visa places will intensify. Thousands of qualified people will apply for limited spots under programs like MATES. Positioning yourself ahead by starting preparation now, gathering documentation, improving qualifications, and building networks gives you crucial advantages when applications open. Thank you for investing your time in understanding these critical immigration changes. Whether you choose the National Innovation Visa to build your startup, the MATES visa to launch your career, or the regional PR fast track to achieve permanent residency quickly, the pathways are clearer now than they've been in years. Start preparing today because your Australian future could begin sooner than you think.